Hello guys and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy. My name is Rabbidluigi and in the last episode we got 120 stars. That didn't happen in the whole of the last episode, but we got our 120th star. We completed the game for all intents and purposes, but there isn't a lot more to do. But what we can do, there's a reason why we're at the start screen. We've completed it, we got 2 thingies, but we have to change it to Luigi and then it all goes away. Because, you know, Mario, fucking amazing. Luigi, less amazing. It's kind of the problem we arrive at. Now, what I'm not going to do is go to that file. I'm going to go to this file, which is where I've done, like, everything. Everything I could do. I'm not sure what is this? I know that's the last time I played it. What's the 181? Or the 226? I have no idea. We're going to hop in as Luigi on my 241 star file. It's amazing. Luigi is very simple, okay? He can jump high, he can jump very high. The only problem is if we just go like here, he skids, and that's a bit of a problem. You skid off edges. I wouldn't say a lot, but it can happen. And it's quite not a massive problem, but it can be a major, not a major problem. It is kind of fun playing as Luigi. I probably prefer it to Mario just because you can do more ridiculous jumps. We don't really need this, but I don't think I've showed it off. It was addressed to Mario. Don't be upset, Luigi. I'm greatly, really very upset. 20! It was 5 with Mario! Oh, maybe that's because I'm at the end or something. I have no idea. We're just fucking about anyway. Look at my star bit count for this file. That is pretty ridiculous. What we are going to do is go in here. Is it going to show the cutscene of, you know, oh, welcome to the library? It's not going to do it. Where's the book? I want to read the book. Maybe because I need Rosalina here. Maybe I will go back to my Mario file for one moment. There are 9 chapters to this storybook. I'm not entirely sure where you get, well, I know where you get them from, but I don't know what intervals through the game you're supposed to get them at, like every 5 stars or every 10 stars or something. We're gonna go back into the Mario file we've been using for the Let's Play, because I would like to have that with the cutscene, because it adds to the whole. We've never been in it in the actual Let's Play. We have loads of time to play with, hence why I'm not really cutting this, so, you know, fantastic. This is the end, the final cut, except, whatever, I mean, just go back in this file, whatever. We collected 20 bits, 20 lives, that's all we did, and apparently it saved it. I imagine we won't have 20 lives when we come back, because the game is an arse like that. Okay, here we go. Let's read a story. There we go, that's what I was after. It didn't have it, because we've already read it on that file. That's annoying.
Let us begin.
Indeed, that gave me voice acting. It never gives me voice acting. There are 9 chapters to read through. We're reading through all of them. It's fucking story time, okay? And I'm going to try and do it in a less than antagonizing way. I'm going to try not to be an arse about it. Chapter 1, The Celestial Duo. Sit down, get a cup of something. We're reading a story, okay? Shut the fuck up. Our story begins a very, very long time ago with a young girl. One day, this girl spotted a rusted spaceship holding a small star child. And I need to try not to trip over words, because otherwise it will lose its impact. It's a good story. What's your name? Are you lost? The girl asked for Star Child. I love how they call them the Star Child. They don't... Do you know that it comes from a star? I'm Luma. I'm waiting for my mama. She's coming for me on a comet, said the Star Child, who had been waiting day and night. I feel like I'm talking to very small children, and if I am, fantastic. I used to do that, like work experience at schools. I can read to small children. Don't worry, I'll wait for you, the little girl promised Luma. I can do this, don't worry. It's 9 chapters, we'll get through it, it won't take too long. At nightfall, the little girl borrowed her father's telescope and peered into the sky. She looked and looked, but she saw nothing. Hours turned into days and then years, but still the sky revealed nothing. She was there for years. That's pretty dramatic. Finally, the little girl sighed and said to Luma, if we stay here looking much longer, I'll be an old lady soon. But then she had an idea. Why don't we go out there and find your mother ourselves? Yeah. Years, though. Years looking at a telescope. That's not even looking for stars. Looking for a comet, which might have a Luma parent on them. The girl and Luma fixed up this rusty... Oh, I need to cough. I'm good, I've recovered. The girl and Luma fixed up the rusty spaceship, and then the two set sail into the starry sky. And this is how the search for the Celestial Mother began. It looks a lot like the Toad ship. Makes you think that the Toads didn't get it themselves. Chapter 2, Starbits. We're going with this. It's going to be good. It gets better, I'm sure. Days passed with no sight of the comet or even a single planet. Instead, asteroids extended for as far as the eye could see. They would destroy a spaceship. If I had known it was going to take this long, I would have packed more jam, said the little girl, above the rumble of her belly. It's so endearing. The idea of jam. Where are you going to find jam? Before they left, she had packed all the essentials. Telescope, butterfly net, stuffed bunny, bread, milk, jam, and apricot-flavoured tea. But the bare essentials, the real essentials. I forgot to bring water. At this, Luma burst into gales of laughter and the girl began to pout. Ha ha, you're gonna die. That's what it said. Look at that face. Look at that face. Oh god. Just the incredible... No, it's a moment. As long as I have starbits, I'll be fine, said Luma. Want some? The little girl couldn't stay mad after hearing this. It's the smile on its face. You're gonna die! Oh no, it's just the look on its face. Luma continued to laugh and the girl couldn't help but join in. I'm laughing too. Alright, maybe just a nibble. You're gonna die! Oh, that's a murderous face. Whatever. Oh. Compose yourself, compose yourself! Leaning far out of the ship, the pair began to collect starbits with the girl's net. They almost fell out a few times, but they kept on collecting. I have a cursor that does that. The starbits tasted like honey. So, did it give you any water? That's the important thing. Chapter 3, the Comet. We're getting somewhere. We're having a lot of exposition. A beam of light pierced through the ship's window. Thinking it was the morning sun, the girl peered through the window, only to find a turquoise blue comet shimmering at her. It was shimmering. The little girl shook the sleeping Luma awake and shouted excitedly, "We have to get to that comet!" It's very bright. Have some sunglasses. The pair descended on the comet and found it was made of ice. They looked high and low, but Luma's mother was nowhere to be found. It's like really cold ice. Exhausted, the little girl sat down with a flop, utterly unable to take another step. Look! That's like really cold ice. Like really, really cold. The ice of space. Peering down at the icy ground where Luma was pointing, the girl suddenly noticed clusters of starbits encased in the ice. Pretty good, huh? Finding starbits is my speciality, said Luma, beaming. Absolutely. There's ice here, but it's so warm. So it's warm ice. How does that work? I'll bet there's water here too. The two decided to stay on the comet for a while. You can almost see where this is going. Riding the turquoise comet, the pair continued their search for Luma's mother. It's a warm ice? I don't know. Chapter 4, the dream. Having a dream. We're nearly halfway through. I'm getting through it. One night the girl dreamed about her own mother. Where are you going? She asked. Her mother's retreating. She asked her mother's retreating back. It's syntax. I don't know. Without turning, her mother replied, "Don't fret, dearest. I'm not going anywhere. I'll always watch over you, like the sun in the day and the moon in the night." Is this getting emotional yet? I hope it is. That's a slightly less crazy face. A wave of sadness washed over the girl. What about when it rains and I can't see the sun or the moon? Her mother thought for a moment before responding. Gotta maybe speak slower, but I don't know how long this is going to go on for. I will turn into a star in the clouds and wait for your tears to dry. Someone knew what they were writing about. It's good language. When she awoke, the girl's face was damp with tears. You have starbits in your eyes, said Luma to the girl. Let me eat them, I'm not trying to ruin it. Wiping her face, the girl replied, "These are tears, not starbits. I'm crying because I'll never see my mother ever again." At this, Luma began to cry too. "Mama, oh mama, where?" It's starbits. Don't eat the starbits. They taste salty, but they're just not like honey. The pair travelled through the starry skies, and though they encountered many other comets, not one of them held Luma's mother. Luma was despondent. Now, Luma, that sounded really weird. Now, Luma, the rain clouds won't go away if you keep crying, the girl said, giving Luma a squeeze. I'll give you a present if you stop. The girl closed her eyes and said gently, I'll take care of you. With these words, she felt a small spark in her heart. This is going well, I feel. It's not quite super emotional yet. Chapter 5, Home. Are you keeping with me? Are you making notes for the test later? We're gonna do an exam. The kitchen will go here and the library will go over here, the girl said busily to herself. We'll put the gate here. Anybody know where this is going yet? Ever since the girl... No, I wanted that. Okay. We can't... No. I know how we can do this. No, that's not how we can do it. Just pretend it was important stuff. It turned out that starbits weren't the only thing buried in the ice. There were tools and furniture unlike any they had ever seen. And the girl used them to build a home. Stay away from the A button. In between texts. That's a big home. Looking at the completed house, Luma remarked, don't you think it's awfully big for just the two of us? With a library, bedroom, kitchen, fountain and gate, it was certainly spacious, but still, something seemed to be missing. Stay away from the A button. If only my father, brother and mother were here, the girl said wistfully. Indeed, the house was too large for its two small residents. It is. Why would you build a house that large? Clearly you've got the equipment, but how much of that would you feel you would need to actually use? That night, clutching her favourite stuffed bunny close to her heart, the girl fell asleep in the starship. Don't touch the A button. I want it to go back. Maybe I'll go back and see if it's important, and maybe I'll squeeze it in somehow. Chapter 6, Friends. We're near the end, like 3 more chapters? I don't know. Then one day, while the girls sat sipping tea, a tiny apricot-coloured planet appeared on the horizon. Apricot, because the tea was... It's significant! From the planet, another Luma of the same colour emerged. Do you two know each other? The girl asked for 2 Lumas gleefully. Despite the girl's excitement, they seemed uneasy. That's almost racist. I'm not sure. No, it's not. It's not racist. The 2 Lumas neither drew closer nor backed away from each other. Instead, they just stared. Then one Luma broke the silence. My mama! Oh, there we go. It's endearing. At once, the apricot Luma parroted back, my mama! My mama! I don't know why I turn it American, but mama isn't kind of... I don't know if it's American, so I don't know. I don't know! My mama! My mama! It's hard... we say mother. The 2 Lumas began to dance around the girl frantically, and neither showed any sign of stopping. The girl was so charmed by this adorable scene that she couldn't help but laugh, and that's when something very strange happened. I'm sure it did. Oh, God! We're not gonna be... It's not spacious anymore. Suddenly more Lumas began to pop out from the apricot planet. They were different colours, but they all shouted the same thing. My mama! My mama! See where this is going here? The sight of all these shouting Lumas only made the girl laugh harder. What am I going to do with all these children? The Lumas just stared blankly as she doubled over laughing. I guess we'll have to name each and every one of you. Good luck with that. The name you give them will deteriorate over time. Tomorrow, once she had finished naming them all, she would begin moving all the Lumas into the new house. Oh god, that's a lot of Luma. That's a lot of Luma A. Numa, ozone, whatever. Chapter 7, The Telescope. This story kind of doubles back on itself, and that is kind of interesting. After seeing their 100th comet, a sudden thought popped into the girl's head. I wonder if my home planet is still as blue as it was. She misses the home planet, and that's when she remembered her father's telescope. Gotta use it, gotta look through. You haven't looked through. You looked through for years, how would you forget? Peeking into the telescope, a tiny blue dot floated into sight. It was smaller than a starbit. How strange, it's so far away, but it feels so close. You could go back. You know, that's a hell of a telescope, good lord. She twisted the knob of the telescope, and the blue dot grew until she could make out a grassy hill dotted with flowers. It seemed very familiar to her. Zooming even closer, a terrace on the hill came into view. I used to go stargazing there when I lived on my home planet. How powerful is this telescope? Oh god. That's a crazy telescope. She remembered rubbing the sleep out of her eyes as she followed her father up that hill to look at the stars. It's a big, powerful telescope, and reminiscing. She remembered how she and her brother would sled down that hill. Fond memories. She remembered having picnics with her mother on that hill on bright and windy days. All these activities, but never all together with the family. I suspicious. And, you know, oh, we're going back this way again. Oh, no. I want to go home. I want to go home right now. The girl burst into tears, and the Lumas didn't know what to do. It doubles back on itself. I want to go home. I want to go back to my house by the hill. I want to see my mother. The girl was shouting now, her face wet with tears. But I know she's not there. I knew all along she wasn't there in the sky. Because there was a reason, I'm sure. I forget the reason. She's sleeping under the tree on the hill. Oh no. That was the reason. I can't make fun of that. I can't. The girl's cries echoed through the stars, and a hush fell over the area. Yep. Well, that was tragic. That took a turn for the worse. Chapter 8, The Wish. Oh, just clear the throat. Clear the throat. Have a cohesive way through the rest of this. Though usually quite cheery, one day the girl became sad again. Luma drew close and tried to comfort her. Mama, you still have me. And don't be sad about your mama, because she's a part of you. That means she's always close by. It's like me. I love starbits because they remind me of my mama. No, the girl said, unable to stop the tears. I can't, like, interject with funny things, because it's not that funny. The lonely look flickered across Luma's face, but it was soon replaced by a wide grin. I have an idea. I will transform into a comet, and a soaring comet that will carry you all on this journey. I think that's about right. I don't know. Okay. Big explosion. With that, Luma, trailing bands of white, soared high into the sky, and just as quickly started to plummet back down. These can do incredible things. Kabloom! Kablam! Oh, kablam? That sounds about right. The ground shook, and a bright light poured out of the crater that the Luma had created. No. Wrong word. The bands of light twisted together to form a comet tail. And then Luma emerged, reborn as a comet. Not quite as cute this way, but, you know, comets. The girl could scarcely believe her eyes. But how? She kept asking. I need to burp, that's going to ruin the mood. Our destiny as Lumas is to transform into different things, said a red Luma who had suddenly appeared. Stars, comets, planets, we can become all these things. It's a metaphor for anything else. When I grow up, I want to become a star that makes someone special smile, said a green Luma. It's ambitions. A blue Luma chimed in. That Luma turned into a real cutie of a comet, didn't he? They do have genders! I didn't know. I thought they were, like, random whatever they want to be. All the Lumas together said, no more crying, Mama. Thank you, said the girl in a whisper, and she pulled the Lumas close and hugged them. From that day on, starbits no longer fell from the girl's eyes. Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. The comet set forth for the girl's home planet, its long tail blazing proudly behind it. Oh, lots of words which kind of trip over each other. That's fine. The final chapter. Family. Good music. Do like the music. Are we making dough? With its many Lumas and telescopes, the comet was quite a sight to behold. The girl and the Lumas were proud to call it home. At a welcoming party for a new Luma, the girl gathered everyone in the kitchen and said in a louder voice than usual, "Alright everyone, let's make a cake sprinkled with starbits, then it'll be a star cake." The Lumas excitedly began to gather the ingredients. It's hard to keep the tone and the voice, and your reading. As she watched the Lumas scurry about, the girl smiled and thought to herself, this is my family now, and I will stay with them until they're ready to leave the nest, and when they do leave, I'll see them off with a smile. Because that's what makes a mother happiest. Yep. Coming full circle. It's a good story. That night, when the girl lay down to sleep, a soft light enveloped her and reminded her of the blue planet she once called home. But it would be nice to return home once every 100 years to nap in my favourite sleeping nook. So how old is she at this moment? Is she still a girl? I'm not sure. The comet carrying the Lumas and the girl continues on its journey to this very day. With more family members in tow than can be counted, it's said that the comet visits the girl's home planet once every 100 years, its proud white tail glittering in the sky. Yep, absolutely. The end. It's a good story. I do like that story. I see why people like it quite a lot. That's all. My story is finished. Her story. It was all about her. I'm sure you worked that out, but, you know, just in case you didn't, there we go. We can read it again. I don't think what we skipped over was massively, hugely important, but I'm going to go back to the Luigi mode and see what I can do with that. Because, annoyingly, there's only really one thing that getting all the stars, we're going to look at it, 121, 241, because there's one extra star that you get for getting everything as Luigi. You only get one real bonus for doing it, and it is over here. I think you might be pushed in the right direction to do this. Is it this one, or is it a different thing? No, it's not that one. It's something else, probably on the other side. You know, you can excuse me for not thinking. I think it's a pipe. I'm pretty sure it's a pipe. There is one extra mission to do. And it's not even a pipe, it's a Luma. Oh, of course it would be. Oh, we're going to the grand finale, Galaxy. God, that is so fucking fitting. Oh, I can't cope with how fitting it is. It's not a very difficult galaxy or a mission, but it's something that we can do while we're here. Right at the end of the Let's Play, I'm not so sure, looking to the future of what I want to do next. This is the proper finale. It's going to be a bonus episode. It'll be listed as a bonus episode. The Star Festival. We're back here. There is no way we can die. No way we can screw this up now. We're just here to collect purple coins and they're very easy to collect. Good evening, Luigi. Luigi is getting his moment in the sun right at the end on an episode which people won't watch as much as the rest of the Let's Play, so Mario still wins outright, which is rather tragic, but we won't concern it too much. It's very relaxing. It's a very, very nice atmosphere. Now we can actually go further than just here, and then Bowser just ruins it completely. It's very relaxing. As for what I'm going to do next, now, I mentioned that Twilight Princess is going to take over the slots for basically where this game is, where a normal Let's Play would go on this channel, basically Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, where this Let's Play... Can I just put this out? I'd like to put this out! Yeah, I got a star of it, fantastic. Oh, I might have bit my tongue. That might be annoying, but I'm thinking, for what I would like to do next, it's less of a case of, you know, you can suggest things, and that's fine. I have 2 games that I really want to do at some point, and if someone comes up with a really good suggestion, I may do that instead, but I would like to do either, and I want your opinion on this, and which one I should do next, after Twilight Princess, basically. Either Shadow of the Colossus or Conker's Bad Fur Day. One of those 2 games, is a letter. What's the letter got to say? What's the letter say? Luigi's a congratulation letter. Congratulation letter. I'm amazing. Give me that congratulations letter. Oh, you put it in my Wii message board, you cock tease. Oh, that's horrible. But yes, either Conker's Bad Fur Day or Shadow of the Colossus. Games I really would like to play. Not after this, we're not doing 2 at once, because, you know, I've done that, it's slightly difficult to keep it going, but after Twilight Princess, I would like to do one of those 2 games, or, if someone has a suggestion that they are going to suggest, I would also maybe think about that. Keep my options open, but if you haven't got a suggestion, which one? Conker or Shadow of the Colossus? I don't mind either way, they're both good games. But anyway, this has been Rabbidluigi. I'm just going to get these lives, because as you can see, we got the 20 lives, but they go away so quickly. I'm just going to get them out of principle. Otherwise, what are we doing with our lives? But this has been Rabbidluigi. This has been Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy, and thank you very much for joining me on this rather fun, very fun game. Very fun Let's Play full of crazy things and the ability to do stars, which I otherwise would never have thought. Can I have a, fireworks show? Kind of, not really. It's not quite good. I have 4,000 stars. Yeah, go crazy with it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next project, whatever it's going to be. Probably, Twilight Princess for a moment, but, after that, who knows? Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.